afternoon, sir. This is Siri Chandana. And regarding the diamond string strategy, which was phenomenally put by our Indian government to help delocate and prohibit China's illegal goods, and how is it going to help our India and not just our country develop on a global stage? As we know that our economic rank has gone from bottom to top fourth, even beating the UK. How is it going to help not just India but the whole world?
First part, China thing, I didn't get
Sir,
it.
the diamond string strategy, which is going to help.
What strategy, sir?
Diamond string.
Diamond string strategy. Okay.
Yeah, the pearl string strategy.
Okay.
It is also known as.
The new Silk Road.
Yeah,
Okay.
the new.
I got it.
How is it gonna? How India is gonna take, and how are we engineers gonna?
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Brinda.
Name?
My name is Brinda.
Brinda. Okay, thank you. Please go ahead. Brinda. Okay.
So my goal is to become an IAS officer.
Too small a goal. That is a means at best. Think of a bigger purpose. Okay, go on.
Can you give me an advice so that I can reach my goal within it?
Okay. Okay. I am not the best person, but let's see. Okay. Shri Chandana, China, pearl of strings. You know, Xi Jinping started this very ambitious Silk Road or whatever, Belt and BRI and so on and so forth. But what's happening is China has probably overreached itself. Because they needed A, investment avenues, and B, because they developed the technologies and economies of scale, they wanted opportunity to engage their skilled people. But they became too greedy. And increasingly now, Pakistan to Sri Lanka, countries are feeling the pinch. They are trapped in a debt trap, unsustainable, with questionable dividends. And excessive infrastructure expenditure, when it looks very nice in the short term, unless it's judiciously done, it may create ghost cities and wasteful infrastructure. So while some of it is sensible, some of it is not so sensible. India, for obvious strategic reasons, is not in favor because basically China wants to exercise its hegemony across the rest of the world, and we have our own reasons to oppose. America has their own reasons. On this issue, we are all together, and let us see how the future shapes up. But why did China come to that level? Competitiveness, becoming the world's manufacturing center, and economic clout. Trillions of dollars of foreign reserves available to them. They are the biggest manufacturer, the biggest exporter, the biggest reserve of the foreign exchange in the world. So once you reach that level, you can throw about some money. We cannot afford because we haven't done those things. Brinda, I'm not an expert on getting into IAS. Actually, if you follow my model, chances are you will not get into it because I never bothered about it. I never studied for IAS. I made a decision only in my house surgency because of the conditions in the country, because I was deeply distressed. Somebody suggested, JP, why don't you join the IAS? I said, Meera, but doctors are not allowed. That I have vague recollection. She said, no, only I saw yesterday in newspapers. I was too busy at the time. I was living in a hospital, working 24 hours, enjoying taking care of the patients and helping them. So I missed the newspaper headlines. She said the Kothari Commission was appointed, they gave a report, doctors are now being allowed. I said, then I'll take the exam. So decision was made so casually. I never even studied the subjects, most except history a bit, political thought. Other things I did not even bother to study, I did not have to. Because my life was my country. My thinking, I was fully... But if you adopt that model, chances are it will not work. There are other people who did, but my appeal is, don't do it because of glamour. Don't do it because your parents think it's the apex of the scale. It's nonsensical. Only feudal countries or feudal societies value government positions so highly. We are putting them on a pedestal which is silly. Yes, they serve a purpose. If you are really passionate, if you have the ability and the skills to lead and to make a difference, and far too many people don't make a difference. They only use those 3 letters to adorn them. They don't add value to that. And 2, if your heart tells you to do it, by all means do it. But don't make it the single project in life, my God, if I don't get selected, my life is finished. Far too many people are doing that. It's a silly idea. You have skills, you have talent, you have knowledge. Make an honest, earnest effort. If it works out, it's okay. But statistically, after all, if only 1 out of 10,000, 1 out of 1,000 is selected, obviously 999 will not be. Doesn't mean they are useless. Doesn't mean the fellows selected are fantastic. Neither is true. You can make a huge contribution to society and the country by any means. Don't make it the only thing in life. There are too many people are wasting their lives years and years after that, depressed, this, that, self-loathing, lacking confidence. That's not the right thing. It's a terrible thing. So you can be an outstanding technocrat, you can be an outstanding policy analyst in a certain sector of your choice in 15 years' time, and some of us have been working very hard in the Administrative Reforms Commission, etc., to create a framework in which the brightest can enter at any time and make a contribution instead of like a caste system. The point of entry determines your future. That's the silly approach. If we care for ourselves, if we have self-respect as a country, we must want the best to lead at any point of time in any sector. Not because you entered on that day by sheer luck, or you mugged up, or the examiner was that day kind. That's not the way to govern the country. You need the best at any point of time. So don't give them too much importance. I'm not saying out of any anger or bitterness. I was regarded as one of the most successful officials of India in the post-independence era of the country. Very few people match my record. So I'm not saying it out of any bitterness, but don't give it too much importance. In India, we put them on a pedestal. It's a very silly approach. Have self-respect. The people matter. Our needs matter. Outcomes must be related to our needs. If somebody became an MLA or MP or PM or CM or somebody is an IAS officer, is irrelevant to us. How do I care? What have you done to make a difference to my life? That's all the yardstick. Not what position you acquired. Because we worship power, we are hurting ourselves.
Like and subscribe Eagle Media Works.